My name is Kgole. I'm an international South African born visual artist. And this is just a short story about how I used to run a swimming pool, studio. Let's try. Ooh, that is nice. That's very nice. For those wondering why I'm wearing my shirt the other way around, is because there's some juicy brands on it and I ain't on their payroll, so I ain't gonna show that stuff. So the year is 2018. So Jesus of Jersey, Adilson Dolivera, and myself, we partner up and we get a studio. It's a location I'll not mention, but the studio is so amazing. Like, I'm gonna roll a clip right now. Not a bad studio. Was I not made a Popeye? After these Popeyes didn't deliver, and they made me a Popeye and made me pay for everything. So here's the full story. So it's late 2018 at the time, and I'm thinking, yo, somebody's trying to take me out and eating for dinner because I just got into an accident. And in a week after the accident, it's obviously the rainy season in Joburg. So then the studio is a new studio. Apparently it was waterproofed and everything. Waterproofed. Next thing, I'm in the studio working, and then it starts dripping. So I'm like, hey man, hi, okay, sharp. But it's a little drip, so I take a bucket, I put it in place, and I'm gonna try to keep this short and brief because the story is more traumatic than it is. But I ain't trying to cry anymore because I've already cried enough on how much I've lost of artworks and masterpieces. And I say cry because I'm not just creating Popeyes on paper. This is my soul here. I'm putting in my life and soul and a lot of investment into it. So it's not just a piece of paper. Okay, so there's flooding. The first flood happens. I contact obviously the landlords. They check it out and they say, oh no, sorry, we'll get it waterproofed and get it checked out and everything. So I'm like, okay, good, let's just get it sorted. So because I had lost a couple of works, but I wasn't petty at the time, so I was like, okay, it's cool, it's just first time flooding, just get it sorted out. 2 weeks later, does this place not flood again? And does it not flood in the same spots that they say they waterproofed? Okay, sharp. But luckily for me, I had moved things away from the original flooding spots. And then, but the second flood, it started flooding in new places now because the storm was obviously some much heavier storm. So now I had moved it from wet spots to dry spots, and the dry spots were obviously now a swimming pool too. So here's a couple of clips of literally me. Well, this was before I started swimming, because literally the water got up to my knees. There were artworks floating. And at the time I was so defeated. And then I knew that I don't want that studio space anymore. Because first of all, you're paying so much money, and then they're gonna disrespect you and tell you that they've fixed the flooding issue, and they didn't fix the flooding issue, and then come end of the month they're knocking on your door wanting rent, and you're saying, Mara, your rent was floating here in water. But that happens. Second flood happens. I'm like, shout, I'm going to Limpopo just for a couple of weeks, just to clear my head. I get to Limpopo, and then there's a third flood happening, and obviously I have friends who had checked for me, so then they drive to the studio to go check, and they're like, boy, whatever you had left is gone. At that time, you know, like when you've cried so much and you're tired of crying. Yeah, I was so defeated. So I was like, I came back to Joburg. Sharp. I put a complaint. There's a WhatsApp group. Week in, week out, me putting pictures of so my studio's flooding. No response. Nothing. So obviously after the third flood, I just told myself, nah, it's time for me to move. And then a fourth flood happens. I wasn't there for that. But at that point, everything was pretty much destroyed. And then when the fifth flood happened, I was there for that. I literally sat down on the tables that I had in my studio, and then I was just letting that water hit me. Yeah, I lost a lot of great works. A lot of other artists lost. I mean, I'm not sure about losing, but I know a lot of artists had their studios flooded too. But yeah, so this is where they made me the Popeye. So I cancel my lease sharp. Then I pay for all I pay for the flooding damages. All my tables are kind of ruined. My drawing boards are ruined. My artworks are obviously destroyed. Gamo, Jesus of Jersey, and myself have to pay for everything. You know why? Because they had big ass lawyers, and they were not scared to pull them out. But okay, we learned our lesson, and I think the lesson that I learned from that is be careful of shady landlords. Be careful of shady landlords. Read your contracts well, and insure your spaces. Insure your spaces, and insure your artworks. That's what I started doing. Insure all your artworks. Because one day you're going to meet a really nasty landlord who's going to tell you 3 times, I waterproofed your space. And your space ain't waterproof, boy. And you're going to be swimming. And if you don't know how to swim like I can't, you're going to be drowning. Just like I'm drowning in debt because of that. Yeah. So, thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Don't worry. I'm Kgole. I'm gonna get out of this. Art runs in my blood, runs in my veins. That was an episode for last year in November. That episode is gone. Do I miss the studio? Heck yeah, I miss it. Do I miss the artworks? Damn straight I miss the artworks. Am I ever gonna get the artworks back? Nah. But now I have a second opportunity to take on life differently. Make sure I plan ahead. Make sure I secure things better. Because I'm 22 years old. There's still a lot of life ahead of us. There's still a lot of masterpieces to create. And there's still a lot of ups and downs. So don't be too bummed out. And this is a message for future gigs. You're still gonna fail a lot, boy. You're still gonna fail a lot. But know that you're still going to succeed a lot too. And you're gonna succeed because you never give up. And that's a message for everybody else. Never give up. Never ever give up. Take your time. It's your own race. Run it at your own pace. Don't look at anybody else and feel pressured. Nah, fam. Don't. The only person you need to sort of prove and beat and prove that you're God and you're the best is yourself. And everybody else, they'll believe. Because if you believe in yourself, everybody else will believe in you. Because it starts from inside. And you see, inside, that's where they'll never flood. You hear that? You guys will never flood that. As for those old artworks, may you rest in peace. But don't worry, we'll create more memories, more masterpieces. And I'm damn excited for the future. And you know what else I'm excited for? For London. The London exhibition is going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to turning a lot of heads. I'm looking forward to inspiring new people. I'm looking forward to learning. I'm looking forward to growing. And I'm looking forward to just improving and reach for that crown and grab it. I'm excited. Let's do London. Let's do France. Let's do Rome. Let's do Monaco. Hey, let's do America next year. And South Africa, if any gallery spaces is looking for great young South African artists, Kgole is always here. Let's do South Africa too. In summary, we rented out a studio, we paid our rent, the studio started flooding, we couldn't pay our rent anymore because we refused to pay our rent because our artworks had been destroyed. They sent their big lawyers, we made money appear, we paid the rent, we left the studio, we still didn't get our artworks paid back. Tune in next time for the sad story and some great art. Peace. Okay guys, my studio is dying. All my artworks are being flooded. It's not a joke. I wish I was lying. If anybody's around Maboneng, around Ellis Park, and you're free and you got nothing to do, please, I need your help. Please come to my studio. I'll DM you where the location is and just help me with the flooding. All my works are being destroyed, and yeah, I wish I was joking, but I'm not. So please DM if you can help.